Hi there, welcome back to the channel. This is Max, my Mark 1 MX-5. I've had it around 2 years and I've loved owning it. This is my second MX-5. My first was a Mark 1 Monaco. That's the slightly detuned 88 brake horsepower one. This is a 1.8, so it's a fairly standard model. So I think it's 130 brake horsepower. It's a 1996. When I got it, it was in a fairly rough state. I got it for £1,100, and it's was in a full rough state. A few scratches on the alloys were bent. There's quite a bit of rust on the arches, and yeah, so I got it at a fairly decent price, but there was quite a bit of work to do to it. So I quickly set about getting a new set of alloys, which also turned out to be bent. So I just got it for £100, and then up next, I then got the sills and the arches looked at by a local body shop who have had a few MX-5s in their time. And yeah, so what else? It had two stripes down the middle of it, which I've removed, and obviously they had a sort of ghost mark left, so I then ended up getting a respray for most of the car. It's had one of the first things that was wrong was the roof had a split in the rear window. There's an old vinyl plastic roof, so I got a new mohair hood. I had one on my first MX-5, the Mark 1 Monaco, and so I just thought I'd go for it again. I think the mohair hood is a Mark 2 hood, because that's the only one that came with the glass rear window. I just think it looks a bit nice. It lasts longer, it doesn't fade as much, and yeah, I just think it looks a bit more of a higher quality item. The reason I got a second, I did fall in love with that first Mark 1 Monaco, although it was really, really slow with just the 88 brake horsepower. It was so much fun to drive. I remember at that point I'd only sort of had sort of Italian 90s cars like a Fiat Coupe and a GTB, and this just blew them out of the water, just in terms of directness and steering feel and handling. It was a absolutely brilliant car to drive, and the moment I drove it, I instantly knew this was going to be a brilliant car to have. So yeah, I sold that one. I bought that one for £820, I think, and it sold it for £850. So this one's slightly better, the bigger engine, but it has needed a bit more work. Yeah, so that's my MX-5 so far. What else have I done? I've changed quite a bit on it. Actually, I never thought I'd do this to cars, but yeah, I lowered it for around a year until my back screamed mercy. I have put slightly wider wheels on it. I think these sort of bronzed rotor grids really, really look fantastic. What else have I done? I put the cone air filter that was in it wasn't in any way sort of protected from the hot air, so I put a shield around the cone air filter just to give it a bit more a cold air feed as opposed to a hot air feed. And that's about it really. I put LEDs in the headlights, which transform the car at night. It's much easier to drive at night because they're so much brighter, so much clearer, and it's a fairly easy job. Wiring in the side lights is a bit more of a technical job, but yeah, in terms of just a straight swap of the driving lights, it's absolutely fine. It's just literally take one out, put the other in. What I had issues with, I had a leaking boot at one stage, a nice water feature in the boot. It turned out to be the roof rail at the back. I thought it was the rear lights, so I changed the rubbers on the rear lights. Thought what else could be, but it turned out to be the roof rail at the back, which I think is a common thing. I got a MX-5 Works did that. Did a really quick job, absolutely brilliant. They were in later Buzzard. So yeah, it's a beautiful car for driving on nice sunny days, country roads. Absolutely, it's such a good handling car. Really neutral. I've taken it on 2 track days. Maybe 3. Obviously, a few got cancelled due to COVID. Yeah, I've put it back onto its normal ride height now, which is just fine for UK roads. It's just a lot better for. I think that's what it's designed for. And my lowered springs, the iBack Sport springs, they just made it so crashy, and it would ground out any occasion. It sort of damage the wheel arch lining, and this just seems to suit the bumps much more easy, and you actually ride much quicker on standard suspension because you're not sort of constantly worried about grounding out or just your back giving way. I'm actually on my way to test drive a possibly new car. It's a mid-90s silver Italian car, similar to this one, so see if you can guess what it is. Yeah, I'm just sort of testing the water to see if that possibly could merge this MX-5 with my old Fiat 124 1978 one, just to get my sort of Italian fix plus a nice little roadster, and then maybe get something like a GT86 as a sensible daily and a track car. So that's the thought at the moment. We'll see what happens there. That's my usual math equation. So I've drawn a little flow chart, and so you can see what my logic is. Yeah, but it has been a brilliant car to own. They are unbelievably reliable, MX-5s. They have never let me down, other than my stupidity of leaving the lights on and running the battery flat or things like that. I've never had any problems with them at all. Even after leaving it for 3 weeks or so, they just start up instantly. If I left any other car like that, they'd be flat, they'd be complaining, wouldn't start. These Mark 1 MX-5s always starts. They're so reliable. So yeah, definitely recommend one. He says, driving to see another car. One issue I have got with it is the headlights. Since I was playing around with the electrics a bit, and for some reason now the headlights are always up if the car is on. So whenever the ignition's on, the headlights are up. So that's a bit of an issue. They're always up. So on track days, they must reduce my time by a massive amount. But they just, yeah, and I've tried taking relays out, tried changing fuses, and I just can't get it to work. I've asked on the forums, and people have been very helpful and very kind, but I can't get it turned on. Even went to experts, and they've in 2 or 3 garages have not been able to solve why these headlights stay up. So if you know, please let me know how to solve this one. The thing I love about MX-5s is they are so easy to work on. They're just so well made, and the things come off and come out, and other than rust, when bolts are rusted on, they are really easy to work on. And there's so many spares and upgrades, and people have done it before, and you can ask them, and it's a really, really great sort of community spirit, and people help out each other. So that's a really good part of ownership too. And somebody's always had the problem that you've had, so it's really simple to find out what's wrong with it and fix it. As usual, the mechanical's been bulletproof. It's super reliable, always starts, always takes you where you want to go. And track-wise, although I'm always at the back of the track day experiences with the Porsches and whoever flying by, I generally keep up with them in the corners, and I'm having a lot more fun than they are, because I'm absolutely on the limit, whereas they're using 20-30% of their car's potential. So this new car I'm going to see is a Fiat Barchetta. It's a silver one. Just sort of thinking about if I can merge my love of convertibles with something Italian, because I do love Italian cars. I think if I buy this will be my 12th Italian car, mainly Alfas and Fiats from the 70s and 90s. We'll see if I bite the bullet and get this Fiat Barchetta. I don't know, it seems in good condition, so let's see what it's like. If you are thinking about buying one, definitely get the sills and the arches checked out. They do rust a lot around there, and both MX-5s have had a bad wheel arch rust and sill rust. So just be aware of that when you're buying a car, in the sills and out the sills. But generally, you can't really go wrong with one of these. They are such fun to drive. They are so reliable, great community, brilliant to own, nippy around country lanes. Absolutely brilliant cars, absolutely love them. And you get the sky above you so you can enjoy our very brief summers. Even at motorway speeds, it's really nice to drive. I mean, it's not a cruiser, we don't want to do long distances in this, but it copes well. It's nippy enough, it's got enough pep, it can cope with a wide variety of things, and the only thing you'll think about is how small it is, because some people don't like sitting down on the floor or being in a tiny car, but I love it. I think it's really nice driving around. It's very easy as a city car because it's so small, it's nippy, it's usefully quick. I mean, it's not overtaking is the worst thing, because it just doesn't have any torque. I think it's 100 and something pound-feet of torque. It's really, really low for any kind of overtaking. So country lanes and just nipping around, it is great fun, and you can't get better than this for driving dynamics for this price. It's absolutely brilliant, and you can drive at the limit all the time and not risk losing the license. That's one thing I think about supercars, expensive cars, is if you touch the pedal, you'll just get burned. Like, it's just insane how quick they are. But I just don't think it'll be fun in driving around on a day-to-day basis. The paint is Laguna Blue. It's I think a really nice colour for the MX-5. I think it suits it really well. It's not quite as in your face as the brighter blue. I can't remember what it's called. It's a bit more soft, a bit more modern, I think this colour is. And I would be devastated if I had to sell it. But yes, we'll see what happens with the garage in the next year or so. I think where else can you get a 25-year-old reliable car that's this fun and that it's easy to work on. Yeah, absolute dream. Right, thanks for watching. There will be more videos coming soon, and see you soon. Bye bye.